welcome back to the Education Connection Show. My name is Mari Ferrel, and we have some special guests with us today. We have Liam Takacs, the sophomore from Tascosa High School, who got first chair in Texas All-State Choir, which is amazing. Liam, thank you for being here today. And also we have Tiffany Russell, the choir director out at Tascosa High School. Tiffany, thank you so much for being here today as well.
Yes, thanks for having us.
Of course, I'm so excited to talk about this because Liam is a sophomore at Tascosa High School, and he got first chair of the Texas All-State Choir recently in their final contest for state, which is amazing. Liam, I am so excited to talk about your achievement. But first, let's go ahead and ask Tiffany. So Tiffany is the choir director out there, and I want to know, like, since this is an education based show, can you tell me a little bit more about your background in education?
Well, my mom is an educator. She taught third grade for a very long time, and I've always been in choir. And my great choir directors, Jerry Perales, Marcus Bradford, Dr. Steve Weber, they always encouraged me. I grew up in this area, and so I kind of always knew I wanted to be a choir director. Went to Amarillo College, studied music there with Mary Jane Johnson and Dr. Weber and Dr. Rauscher. And then I went to Wayland Baptist, and my choir director there was Dr. Scott Harrington. And I graduated with a bachelor's in music education and have a master's in music education from Michigan State. So I'm really glad to be able to come back here and serve the area where I grew up and where home is and where my family is. So it's been really special.
That is so cool. And what kind of led you to become the choir director? And also, how long have you been the choir director for?
I have been teaching for going on 13 years.
Okay.
I did middle school for 5 years. And when the great Billy Talley retired from Tascosa High School, he asked if I would be interested in taking Tascosa. And so that kind of got me thinking that I would go ahead and try to see if I would get to be the choir director at Tascosa, and everything worked out, and so I've been there for going on 8 years now.
That's awesome.
Yes.
And thanks for sharing your story. That is so cool. So you've always just been interested in this, and now you're the choir director. That's awesome. And Liam, you also, this is why we're here, because of your accomplishment, your achievement. Can you tell me your reaction whenever you first heard you were first chair?
Well, so she came into the cafeteria at Midland or wherever it was, and like she came and told everybody. I hate to be like the one to tell you this news or something. Like she said, not everybody's gonna make it, and that's totally okay because we're so proud of you and how far you've come. And then she said that this is a big one. This is a big one that we have because we have a sophomore that made first chair. And then that was me, and I was just so excited and so happy, and I tried to like kind of play it off, but I don't know why I did that. It was just a really big moment.
That is so cool. So you were just trying to be kind of like humble, but you were. I mean, it's like that's great because that's exciting for anyone to be first in anything. You know, that's so good. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And what were your parents' reaction?
Well, my mom was there with us. I didn't really look at her while Miss Russell told us, but when I got home, my dad was really happy. He had like a bunch of balloons for me.
Oh my goodness!
And then I gave my mom a hug, of course. So they were all really excited for me.
That is so cool.
I think one of the great things is that all of the students were really excited for him too.
Yes.
You know, we were with students who tried and they didn't make it, and that's okay, and that's going to happen. But they all rallied around Liam. We're excited. We're cheering for him, and I just love the team that we have at Tascosa. That we're all supportive of him.
That is so sweet, and thanks for sharing that. That I can't even imagine. You know, feeling like the jitters. You know, so actually. Kind of walk me through a choir competition. Like, can you kind of walk me through the day of that competition?
So once we first get to the area where the competition is being held, we have to sign in. We have to sign in. We have to sign our names, and we get a sticker that we just put on our shirt, and it has a number on it, like usually 1 through 10 or something.
Okay.
And whichever number you get is the order you go in. So if I got number 5, I would be the fifth person to go.
Mm-hmm.
So we have a holding area where everybody just stays while they're not auditioning.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a person that calls the audition numbers. So they would call like 1 through 5, and they take us to a holding room where we get to warm up for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And then another person comes and takes us to the audition room. So then we sing through our materials, and then we step out, and then we go back in and sight read.
Okay. Oh, that sounds intense.
Yes,
Wow.
this guy is a fantastic sight reader. He plays trombone in our band.
Oh,
And
wow.
I knew he was going to sight read perfect, which he did. He got a perfect 60. And
Okay.
so, yeah, he's also a great sight reader, too.
That is awesome. So, what all do you do in high school? So, you do choir, you also do band, and
Yes, I do choir and band.
both of those.
Yes.
Okay, that's a lot to juggle. And then you got to worry about your grades, your classes in high school. Wow, a jack of all trades.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just do a little bit of everything and you do it well. That is so cool. And I do want to mention that Liam is one of the top 2% of musicians in the entire state of Texas. That is so, I don't know. I'm very excited for you. This is my first time meeting you, and this is amazing. And speaking of musicians, Liam, your parents are also musicians as well.
Yes, they both are.
That is so cool. And did that kind of influence you being kind of like a musician yourself, being part of the choir?
Yeah, it really did, because when I first went to the school that my mom taught at, she wanted me to be in her honor choir. So I went to her honor choir, and I just really loved singing. So I kept doing it all through middle school, and now I'm here.
Look at you. That is awesome. I bet your parents are so proud of you. And Tiffany, can you tell me a little bit more about Tascosa High School Choir? Like, how many students do y'all have part of that program?
We have close to 200 choir students in
wow.
our program. We're split up between 5 choirs. I've got a wonderful assistant director, Clayton Martin, and I consider him a co-director. We just help each other out in so many ways. I've got 2 toddlers at home, and his kids are grown and gone, and so for instance, over the winter break, he was able to come up to school and work with Liam and give him voice lessons to get him ready for this final round.
Yes.
And we have a really good team at Tascosa, all the way from the elementary school to the middle school, high school. We love our administration, and it's just a very supportive program. It's, of course, very diverse, because that's what you think of when you think of Tascosa, is the amazing diversity that we have.
Yes.
And so our program is also diverse in every way, socioeconomics, racial, ethnicity. We've got it all there. And so I just love Tascosa. I love the students that are in my program. They love to sing. They give me their all. And I just think I've got the best job in the world.
Oh, that is so
I really do believe that.
Tell me a little bit more about Liam. Did you notice something different in him whenever he first entered the program?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, we go down in team at the middle schools. So Tascosa has 3 middle school feeders, and we try to see those feeders once or twice a week. And so we've had our eye on Liam, you know.
Yes.
Since he was a 6th grader, unchanged voice Liam. So, so we knew that he was special and that he was going to do great things. Last year, his freshman year, you would find him during most of his lunches in the choir room practicing his music.
Wow.
So this is not an accomplishment that just happened overnight or even in the course of a couple weeks. It started his freshman year, developing the work ethic and good habits for what got him this really great achievement right now.
And how many times do y'all practice during the week?
This is totally extracurricular to our program.
Okay.
So we've got a lot of concerts and a lot of music to prepare for. The music that the students learn, they learn it on their own or with a voice teacher. He studies with Dr. Sarah Beckham Turner from WT.
Okay.
And so students work on their music with their voice teachers. They work on it outside of school, or they come and work on it with me or Mr. Martin. But most of the time, they've got to work on it on their own with the tracks, because we're doing all of our other choir stuff in the day.
Y'all do a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, goodness. That's so cool to learn about, because back when in my little small town of Farwell, like we didn't have choir as a extracurricular, so it's so cool getting to talk about it for the first time, for my first time, and that's so neat. I wish every school had a choir program. That's so neat. And Liam, what do you plan on doing? You're a sophomore, still in high school, but do you have any future plans? Do you see yourself going to college, studying in music?
Yeah, I am planning on going to college.
Mhm.
I want to be a music major,
Okay.
but I'm not sure where yet.
Yeah, no, and you still have plenty of time
Mhm.
too. That is so cool. And Tiffany, where do you see your program in the next couple of years?
We're on a really great track. The future is really bright for us. We're just going to keep working hard and keep doing the best that we can.
Mm-hmm. No, that's great. And Liam, we were kind of talking about this before we got started in the show. Can you tell me a few tips? Because I know I use my voice for my job. All the anchors, all the reporters, and also a lot of musicians as well. So, what do you have? Do you have a few tips for our viewers when it comes to like protecting your voice?
Well, what I do personally, I just started taking some vitamins, and taking hot steamy showers really helps, so you can get all that steam into your
Mm-hmm.
system, and drink hot tea
Hot
and
tea.
water.
Hot tea and water. That's cool. And I bet it's so hard too around here because we're on the high plains. It is dry.
Yes.
So dry. We have to like sleep with the humidifier at night if, just to like protect our voice and just make sure we don't get sick. That is so cool. And before y'all go, I do want to ask my final question that I ask all of my guests on the Education Connection show. I'll start off with you, Tiffany.
Okay.
What piece of advice do you have for our area students, whether it's like related to choir or just in general?
Well, I put a quote from Tony Dungy in the back of all my students' choir folder this year,
Okay.
and it says that it's not the will to win that matters, because everyone has that. It's the will to prepare and finish that counts. And I think that if I had to give advice, that would be my advice. Don't just have the will to win. You have to see it through. You have to put the preparation in and put the work in and see it to the very final round, and not give up.
Yes, ma'am. That's a good piece of advice. And Liam, do you have a piece of advice for the area students?
Well, if it's relating to choir, I'd say always practice your music. And for school, just stay on top of your grades. Grades are one of the most important things that you can be on top of.
Oh, definitely. No, that is very good. I'm so happy that y'all took the time out of your day. Busy schedule, by the way, as well, to, come here to the station and do this interview.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, of course. I learned a lot about choir. I learned more about your program, Tiffany, and also about you, Liam. And again, congratulations.
Thank you.
You should be so, so proud of yourself. And I can't wait to see, what you do for the rest of your high school career. We will be on the lookout. So we might have you soon again if you get first chair again, or, any chair, honestly.
Yeah.
Because you're on the right track.
That's what I'm planning on doing.
Yes, thank y'all again for coming in to the Education Connection show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Of course. And that is a wrap. We will see you back here soon.